Our school district had been deficit spending for a number of years, when it looked as though the only way out of our situation was to cut about 10% of our budget. We went from about $60 million down to about 53 or 54 million, if memory serves me. So we did cut about 10% of the budget, and school district budgets don't have a lot of fat in them to begin with. So these were pretty tough decisions we had to make. We worked with the community and got a sense of where we could make some cuts, and we had budget project teams giving us input, and we were very fortunate to find Don Maruska and to use the method that he outlines in how great decisions get made. I think that helped us to get through what turned out to be some pretty serious decisions. We closed 3 schools of our elementary schools, one in each of the 3 communities served by our district. And what I learned from the California School Boards Association is that that kind of decision often leads to a recall. Well, we did it without ruffling too many feathers, because everyone in the community that wanted to was able to participate in the process, and the board members were able to work it through in public in such a way that we got buy-in. The year before we worked with Don, there was a tendency to say that budget decisions were black or white. The board either voted yes on all the superintendent's recommendations, or the board voted no. When Don came in, we worked very differently, and when the decision was done, it was sometimes hard to say where one person's ideas started and the other person's ideas left off, because everything had become folded in together in terms of each board member's views. What we focused on was our hopes for the district once we got through this difficult process, where we wanted the district to end up. And by speaking about our hopes, we were able to do it in such a way that people did not judge each other or put each other on the defensive. The way it worked using this method, we each identified the positives and the negatives for our various options. So nobody had that kind of me against you thinking, or my idea is better than your idea, because we all were able to look at the complexities of our different options. And that ownership issue that can result in a power struggle just never came forward with the method. And I think the interesting thing is most of the board members really didn't have a sense of why we were doing these things as we were doing them. But when we were finished, it was really clear that what we accomplished was, I don't want to say miraculous, but close to miraculous, because there were no hard feelings at the end, and no one felt that their idea had been ignored or neglected, that the positives in all our options and the negatives in all our options had been evaluated, and we came up with our best package. We had a unanimous decision, a 7-0 vote, on the package of changes that would best bring about our budget reductions and do the least damage to the district. The process was one of communication and one of caring, and one that brought closure to that issue and then permanently changed how we work as a board. I think we're a better board even today when we face tough decisions because of the way we listen to each other and the way we have learned to communicate with each other. For me, it has changed the way I work with people in ways that I probably couldn't even put my finger on right now. But the benefits from working this way aren't just in my role as a board member, but they help in family dynamics and they help in all kinds of situations. So I think there's a lot of personal growth that comes from doing this, as well as getting by the tough decisions that people have to make in their professional capacity or their government capacity. And I'm just very happy that I had the opportunity to work with this, and I think it's done a lot of good for our community. I encourage others to give it a try, to read it and to actually give it a chance if you're facing this kind of decision.